So today I thought I would do something different to my usual makeup looks, and probably not one you are going to wear every single day. This is a bright summer festival inspired makeup tutorial using bright pinks and oranges and some sparkle, of course. Now this isn't a natural or very wearable festival look by any means. It's meant to be bright and fun, and I just really wanted to do something different. This is also a collaboration video with one of my favorite YouTube friends, Alyshia Jones. She is really just so beautiful and genuine, which I love about her, and she has my last name, which is always a plus. Her look is seriously stunning. I cannot get over it. I died on the floor. Her eyes, they kill me every time I look at them. I love her festival smoky cut crease kind of look. It's very bronzy and highlighted and a little bit more neutral than mine, in case you can't tell. So make sure you click the link below in my description box, watch her video, and go and subscribe to her channel if you're not already. Of course, if you're not already, subscribe to my channel as well if you would like to see more from me. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat to keep up to date with my everyday life, because I'm going to London this Thursday, June the 30th. I'm so excited, so there will be plenty of snaps and photos to keep up to date on. Let's just get straight into the video. Starting off clearly very bare face, I've already done my eyebrows as you can tell and created a base with a concealer and setting powder. First I'm starting off by highlighting under my brow bone. I'm using the Balm Mary Lou for that. Most of the shadows today are Morphe individual shadows, including this called Spice, which is an orange transition shade. I'm applying that into my crease with the Morphe Bullet Crease brush and building the color up as I want it to be super vibrant. After I built that up for a while, then I'm blending and diffusing with one of my favorites, the Morphe G13. It's really important to blend with when you use a few different colors, and we're going to be using quite a few colors today. Next, I'm using this bright coral color called Gumdrop. It's a lot more vibrant in real life, let me tell you that. Using the same brush and applying that into my outer corner and into my inner corner as well, and making sure I go into the crease, and then I go ahead and I will be blending again, just making sure to build that color and make it super vibrant but also super blended at the same time. The next shadow I'm using is this another massively bold, amazing orange color called Flame, and then I'm going to continually apply this into the crease over and over again and building it up until you get the desired effect. As you can tell, it's already pretty bright as is, and I'm leaving a little bit of space on my eyelid, if you couldn't tell. Now for my favorite color, which I have never used, this amazing fuchsia pink called Orchid. I just realized this look was based around my favorite colors, pink and orange, and I actually had no idea when I was filming this look that that's what I was doing. The same as before, I'm applying that into the inner corner and of course the outer corner and into the crease, and then I'm blending it again just to make sure the colors all blend well together. For the lid, I'm applying this Colourpop Amaze. As you can see, it's this goldy shimmery color. I'm using my finger onto the center of my eyelid where there is no color, and then slightly blending it, really patting really nice and softly over the rest of my lid. Then I'm grabbing the Bullet Crease brush again and blending and diffusing the glitter with the same color that I used before. Sharpening the inner corner and outer corner and the crease, I'm using my favorite flat stiff brush and then blending using this Orchid color. As you can see, really making that pink pop before blending it out. I'm really trying to also bring it out past the eye, in case you can't tell. Then I'm applying my Jordana Best Lash Extreme Mascara before I go ahead and apply my Ardell 110 lashes, which are pretty natural if you ask me. Using this Sigma flat brush, I'm applying the Amaze color into the inner corner over the eyeshadow, as I decided I just wanted to be a little bit more glittery over my eyelid. I wanted to add a little bit of depth to the outer corner, so I'm using Deep Cocoa by Morphe and only putting this in the outer corner and slightly into my crease a quarter of the way through. Be really careful when you're doing this and just blend it slightly just so that you don't make the look a little too dark. To cover the lash line, I am using the Sigma liner because it is just amazing, and this small Sigma eyeliner brush. Then now onto the face, I'm using the Benefit Matte Rescue Primer all over the face, and then Porefessional on my T-zone area, including my nose, forehead and chin, of course, because you don't want to be shiny, you want to be super matte, and you don't want to get oily, and that's the last thing you want at a festival. Foundation, I'm using Estee Lauder Double Wear in Tawny, and I'm also using the Body Shop Lightening drops as it was a little too dark for my skin tone, so I just put a few drops in the foundation and then mixed it all together. Then I applied it using this foundation brush, which I always love from Real Techniques. For foundation, it's important you are going to a festival that you wear a long wearing matte foundation. Long wearing matte is super important. This foundation is also good and a favorite of mine because it does have some SPF in it, which is good if you're going to be out all day outside in the sun and that kind of thing. So after applying that all over the face, which clearly my skin is terrible, I've been breaking out like crazy over the past few weeks. So I sort of blended it in using my damp beauty blender, really getting that nice flawless coverage, and I really do need a full coverage foundation today, let's be honest. After I'm done with my foundation, I'm going right ahead with concealing. Another full coverage concealer. I'm using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC20, applying that with the same Real Techniques brush as before under my eyes in the upside down kind of messy triangles, and I'm going to apply them, and then I'm also going to put it on my forehead and along my nose, pretty much what I do every time I do my makeup. I'm going to be blending that in with the same damp beauty blender, of course, just because it gives the most flawless coverage. And then to get closer up underneath my eyes for a real precise blending, I guess, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques small contour brush to get into those hard to reach places, if you know what I mean. To set my concealer, I'm using MAC Light Plus and the same Real Techniques brush again in those areas, followed by my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder, and then I'm going to let it bake a little because I just want to make sure my makeup lasts all day long. Then I'm setting my entire face with MAC Medium Dark, patting that all around my face, of course. Don't want to get shiny people. To bronze it up, which I really am, I'm using the Rimmel Sunglow bronzer on my cheeks and then patting it along my forehead just to frame my face a little. To contour, I'm using the Benefit Hoola bronzer, which comes in this Cheekathon palette, which I love so much, and I'm just contouring using this same little brush that you get with it. Wiping away my baking with MAC Light Plus, and then I'm applying my little bronzer over the rest of my cheeks after I've sort of wiped all the baking away, if that makes sense, just adding a little bit of extra colour on there. Now for the unusual part of the look. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, and stop right here, but I'm grabbing the colour Flame that I used before and my Sigma Soft Blend Concealer brush and blending almost as if it's a contour shade on my forehead and into the hairline, trying to make the colour look as soft and blended as possible. As you can see, building it up, blending, and I also grabbed the same bright pink colour Orchid and blended that in there as well. I didn't really like the brush, so I ended up using this sort of fluffy blush brush to soften it up a little and bring it down along my temple using both colours, and then I'm also doing the same and applying a lot of that pink onto the cheeks as well as putting it into my temples as well, if that makes sense. Then for more bronzing, because you can never have too much bronzing, I'm going to be using MAC Cheeky Bronze, which I love, and my favourite H&M brush, building that colour up on my cheeks and forehead. And remember, this look isn't meant to be understated or natural at all. Then I'm going highlight crazy, highlighting my life away using Becca Champagne Pop, such a holy grail highlighter in my opinion, and this Morphe fan brush, as you can see, applying it on my cheekbones, into my cupid's bow on my forehead where I just applied those colours, my nose and everywhere else pretty much. Then using the same Amaze shadow again and patting this along the other side of my cheekbones and into my temple, just for something different on that side. For glitter, I am using the NYX glitter liner called Crystal Gun Metal, and then I'm just applying 3 dots to the tail end of my left brow. I wanted to, again, put more focus on one side than the other. For lips, I'm using the NYX Natural Liner and basically filling in all of my lips and then going over the top using my NYX Matte Lip Cream in London to really go over my lips. I just wanted to go nude because everything else just seems so crazy and over the top. I know, who would have thought I would be saying that? For the lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with the colour Gumdrop, just using that as the only colour on my lower lash line, and then of course I applied some mascara as well. And as you can clearly see, I decided I wanted to even out my forehead as I wasn't really happy with how it was looking, so I went and repeated the same steps as before with the two Morphe Shadows in Orchid and Flame, and then I applied that to the other side, and then I also went over the top of it with MAC Cheeky Bronze just so that it had that same bronze glow. I know it looks kind of weird and I'm sure it looks odd to some of you guys, but I really want to get creative with this look, so no hate. Then I felt like glittering a little more, so I used the NYX glitter liner in Crystal Hip and applied under my left eye because I was feeling my left side today. And then using the glitter and those mini stars I got from just a local craft store, they were really cheap. I applied the stars with my tweezers and pressed them under my eye. Then I added this flower crown too because I just felt like I was in that kind of mood. Then I followed the same steps on my forehead, as you can see, applying the glitter as well. It acts as an adhesive. And then I just ended up putting them on with my tweezers, but the stars weren't working out how I wanted them to, so I just started sticking them on with my fingers and it worked so much easier than tweezers. Then I went and set the rest of my face using MAC Fix Plus just to make sure that I looked nice and glowy, not that I didn't already. And don't worry, all the products will be in the description box, but I hope you guys like this. It was something different and I really hope you enjoyed it. Not your everyday look, but something fun. Hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like it if you do, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye!